It started with a city above and a city below. One bleached by the sun, weathered and decayed. The other held wonders and artifacts of life before the fractured void. Your adventure is called forward with a simple call for aid. What path you choose will shape how the story is told. Will your path lead you into the mist and forest, or have you delved into the ruined city of Byway, searching for ancient artifacts and ciphers? Will you grow close to those who live in the city, or strive for power?
Hello, everybody! Hi! We are here. We are rocking a new video system, so please let me know in the chat if you can hear us, if we all sound good. It came with these lovely new captions, so let us know what you think of the new system. So far, I'm loving it. But with that, hi everyone, welcome. It is time for Session 8 of Numenera, Stars in the Stone, and I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. We are one player down today. Velvet is not with us, but fair with us in spirit. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into it today. I'm gonna skip the channel announcements today. I don't feel like doing them. I'll do them later. Jen, go ahead and let's go ahead and kick off some. Actually, I kick them off first, don't I?
You.
Let's go ahead and kick off some player intros, starting with me. Hey everybody, it's me, your girl, your pal, your internet auntie, TheHypeGoblin, Sarah. I am in a mood today. I am so excited to be here. I will be playing Clever Jack. We both use she, her pronouns, and I will be today's Clever Jack of the party.
I am also your girl, weirdly enough. Hi everyone, I'm Emma. And I'm also in a mood, so this is going to go so well. So well. I use she, they pronouns. I'm playing Hyacinth, our resident sarcastic nano who uses they, he.
Those captions are not showing up for some.
Oh, no. Oh, great, very cool.
Try leaving the call and coming back in.
I will do that.
Sarah, go ahead and go on to you.
Okay, shall I go on? Okay. Hi everyone, it's me, Sir Hecklot, or Sarah. Either one, depending on where you found me. Today I am playing Viridia, the clever glint who entertains, and yeah, I guess like hopefully we're gonna be able to use like the whole like galaxy brain thing because we're missing our muscle at the moment. So we'll see how that goes because I think we're all just in chaos mood. So we'll see how that goes. But moving on over to our lovely GM.
Seems Hyacinth and Sir Hecla are echoey.
Oh no.
All right, let me know if you're still getting an echo on everybody.
Okay.
Not here.
Oh, no.
Hyacinth. You know what, everybody? We're going to do a do-over. We'll be right back. We're going to switch back to Zoom. See you shortly.
It started with a city above.
Hang on, we didn't need to go through that again. Hey, everybody, we're back. Look,
But dramatically.
all the way over. From the
look,
beginning.
I really want Video Ninja to work for us. I really want to love it, but so far, this is my second attempt at trying to get it to work, and you know what? I'm gonna need to find someone who knows what they're doing because my little ding dong head can't figure it out. Hey, everybody! Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for sticking through it with us on these technical issues and difficulties we're having today. If you are new to the channel, hi, welcome. This is a charity channel. I give all my income to the trevorproject.org. If you'd like to know more about me and what I do here, you can check that out in the information section down below, as well as the different ways you can affect this game. Just look for the Stars in the Stone heading when you go to the About Me section on Twitch. With that, I will go ahead and re-kick off our... Oh, I forgot. Hang on. I forgot to do something very important that I have to do.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
Thanks, Janet.
Thanks, Janet. Hi, everybody. My name's Sarah. I will be playing Clever Jack, who is our Clever Jack. We both use she, her pronouns.
Hello again, everyone. I'm still Emma, and I will be playing Hyacinth, resident, incredibly dumb nano. I use she, they pronouns. They use they, he.
Hey, everybody. It's still me, Sir Heckelot, or Sarah, depending on where you found me first. I'm playing Viridia, the clever glint who entertains, who uses she, her pronouns, and I myself use she, they pronouns.
I'm Jen. I go by she, her, and I'll be your GM or storyteller for this evening. I will remind my players to change their name in the Zoom because I have a memory of a goldfish and I
This
can't
is fair.
keep track of names very well.
Neurodivergent brains are fun that way. Same.
Aren't we? Yes. So,
What you mean?
let's get back into it with a quick recap on my end, and we'll just dive right into it as my players have been nervous all week. It's fine. Let's see. Where are we? Session 8, if I recall correctly. The Singing Stars. Choices that alter fate. Should they be made by one person or by the collective whole to serve the greater good? The things pondered upon when wandering beneath the night sky. Searching through the depths of the Clission Labs, the party encounters various scientists, makes a few friends with them, and get into a scuffle with beings known as gazers. After beating them up, they meet an AI named Pat. They get Pat a new body because they want to be free and explore the outside world. However, with things too good to be true, Pat betrays them and Jean de Clission confronts the party as Clever Jack flees with Tamsen to Tamsen for help. Viridia learns some uncomfortable truths about her family and their involvement with the below. Afterwards, they are reunited, and the party is confronted with whispers stating, "Aren't you interesting?" As you're kind of making your way towards Tamsen's house, you are surrounded by this black veil that seems to fill your vision, and little pinpricks of white light kind of filter in around the buildings, taking up the space where you know lamps or lanterns to be, where neon signs once held their glow, now just a singular white dot. And in front of you is a humanoid of sorts. They're tall and they have dark brown features, soft gray eyes that seem to flicker in and out with this kind of void-like light. And as they tilt their head, trying to almost mimic human gestures, they kind of give this smile, almost akin to the glowing eyes. And they kind of step forward in a jerking motion as if they are not used to walking or inhabiting a body. But all you see is this void and this person in front of you. Tamsen is no longer with you. What would you like to do?
Process of elimination. You're she who speaks, aren't you? Jack is just glaring.
They tilt their head.
Not she who speaks. Sorry. Star one.
The Star Maiden.
Lady. Yeah, that one. That's you, right? I've met a lot of people in the last 4 days, okay? I'm gonna get names wrong.
There's a small, almost electrical hum of a chuckle. I'm not exactly the Star Maiden. I'm more of a virus of hers, would be an accurate description.
Oh my god. How much more sentient tech are we gonna meet?
There's another thorough kind of humming chuckle. You live in Krynek. We're all sentient here.
I mean, they've got you there.
Mm-hmm. Curious by default.
Virus, you say? I saw something about you. Red dust, if I'm not very much mistaken.
Oh no, the red dust is something else entirely beyond our control and understanding. Maybe a cousin to us would be an accurate description.
Okay, now I'm with her. How are we meeting so many sentient viruses?
Right?
Sure, maybe it's only 2, but frankly, too many.
More than a lot of people meet.
A lot of people are curious as to what you'll do. Nobody's gotten this far before.
What are we working towards? Exactly.
Kind of tilt their head as if to listen and kind of jerk their head back towards you. I think you know the answer.
Being rage? Are we supposed to, like, set rage free? Like, what?
Do you want to set rage free?
I don't know. I've never met the dude. To be honest, so far they sound cool.
They're intelligent.
Right? Or some of the other things that we've met. Well, at least they claim to be.
Yeah, but speaking as an intelligent person, never trust intelligent people.
That's fair.
What do you want to do?
Go to bed. Have a very, very strong drink. Disassemble an AI named Pat.
I'd quite like to know more about you. What do you call yourself then?
There's a pause as if they're trying to put forward an understanding of what they are before they kind of tilt their head. I think they called what we are Star Wretched.
That's an extremely cool and not remotely ominous name. Congratulations. What do you want with us, if we're so interesting?
We simply want to know what you'll do next. Like we said, no one's gotten this far.
Well, go ahead and bank on the disassembly of that little AI, for sure.
And you know, we came this far. Why stop here? I mean, our lives have got very interesting with just 3 of these things. I can only imagine how interesting 6 would be.
Oh, by the way, I showed him all 3 to Tamsen.
Yes, okay. The bit where I said having 3 has made our lives interesting, past tense, we no longer have 3.
You know. Oh, no. But technically, we do still have them. They're just...
Do I have to explain what having something means? Generally, it means you didn't give them to the police and tell them to lock them away. That tends to be a fast track to no longer having something, in my experience.
Would you rather they all still be in the de Clission's lab?
No, but you teleported out of there. You could have taken them, I'm assuming how this works, basically anywhere.
I don't have anywhere that's as secure as whatever Tamsen has. Okay? You think Nate's shop looked really bad? Imagine what they do to my rickety-ass little apartment. That's literally the only place I have in the world. What, my floorboards? Stick it under there? I made a call, okay? They're as safe as they can possibly be.
Assuming you trust the sisters.
I trust him.
Yeah, at the very least, I do trust the sisters not to want anything to do with the de Clissians. As
Okay,
little
that's
to do as
fair.
possible.
As you argue amongst yourself, the star wretched kind of just listens quietly, tilting their head in a jerking motion every now and then. And the artifact will go to you, Clever Jack, real quick, before I forget that. And they kind of step forward again, swaying on the spot before they kind of look between all of you. Whatever you do, we'll watch with great interest.
Yeah, well, welcome to the club. Seem to be a lot of those.
You'll have an audience.
So do you have any great words of wisdom to impart on us before you go? If not, would you please go?
Do you want me to give you words of wisdom?
Sure, why not?
It is best to cook your pasta a minute less than required.
Please leave.
There's a more electronic chuckle before the stars and the void just vanish away from you. And the man that you were talking to kind of blinks and looks around and says, "What the fuck am I doing here?" Kind of wanders away from you.
Nothing at all. Cool. When I said I love an audience, I am now reminded why you never ask an audience for advice.
Right? Golly. Okay. Where's Tamsen?
Tamsen is at the crossroad and has looked back at you like, "What are you doing? Let's go."
We're coming, we're coming. God, I hope they have a strong bottle of something in their liquor cabinet.
Tamsen will lead you to their humble home. It's not a very big home. It's comfortable enough and has spacious rooms, an upstairs and a downstairs. There's a kitchen with a fireplace, a well-worn red rug in the middle, chairs for seating, and sparse books about the place. Humble would be the most accurate description of this place.
Place.
I hope so.
Yeah, this is nice. You get guests often?
Mostly other sisters who need a spot to stay over when they're transferring between the below and the above.
Got anything by way of food?
I have pasta.
Surprisingly fitting.
I know someone who might have some opinions on that.
Okay. I also have pizza and bagels.
You know what? I think the fresh pasta's here. I'll cook. Do you have any alcohol?
I have bourbon.
That'll work.
I also have whiskey, tequila, wine, margaritas.
So the answer to the alcohol question could have just been yes.
I didn't know which one you like, so I just named what I have.
Coincidentally, my order is also yes.
My order is yes as well.
I have beer too.
Point me to your liquor cabinet, please.
They go to the kitchen and point to this kind of floor to ceiling kind of cabinet, and they pull it open, and there's a wide variety of alcohols within it.
Okay. Jack will reach up and take down 2 bottles of wine. All right. One for cooking, one for drinking.
Tamsen reaches over and takes one of the bottles from you and replaces it with another. I'm saving that one.
Okay.
It's from the 7th age, and I want to keep it.
Jack will uncork both bottles, one so that it can chill and breathe, and the other that she's gonna make a red wine sauce. Hopefully some tomatoes and other vegetables that she finds in the fridge.
There's a well-stocked fridge there, and it has a variety of foods, both from the above and below. And it seems Tamsen's a bit of a connoisseur.
All right, who wants to be my sous chef? I've got stuff to chop.
I'll help where I can.
Okay. Jack will start handing you and tomatoes and onions, all manner of things to chop.
It's easy enough to do. I mean, I think Viridia would be very used to preparing food in her home, so easy enough to do.
Meanwhile, Hyacinth is going to make a half-hearted attempt to steal that incredibly old bottle of wine.
Sure. Rolled a speed check.
Do I have any skills for this? I honestly can't remember. No, can I roll stealth on this?
You could roll stealth, but the kitchen's kind of open, and you have 4 people besides yourself in this kitchen.
That's a speed roll then.
I mean, I don't think Jack and Viridia care.
No, not really.
I'm not ratting you out. Snitches get stitches, bro.
Yeah. We ain't no snitches. That's a snitch.
Where is
that is
Pat?
12.
Yeah, where is Pat?
That's 12. Pat is sadly floating outside a window, peering in.
Every once in a while, Jack just looks at the window and flips it off.
Let's see. Normally, I don't roll against players because technically you're not really supposed to as the GM / storyteller. I'll just do it because...
Oh.
Tamsen watches you, Hyacinth, for a moment, and then their eyes kind of narrow dangerously.
Just kind of roll my eyes back at them and just put it back.
Tamsen rolled 19.
That tracks.
But after a while, Pat just quietly bobbing outside the window. Tamsen just kind of draws the curtain so they can't see Pat anymore.
So, y'all comfortable talking about our shenanigans in front of Captain of the Guard over here?
I mean, I think we kind of accepted throwing a lot in with them when you literally threw all your stuff in with them.
All right. Well, anyways, next moves. What are we thinking?
I mean, you still have that data cube, right?
It's in my stuff. Go get it, but I'm gonna have to find Nate for that player.
I mean, I'd lay money he's not the only person in the city who has something to read them with, but, you know, he's one we know.
Yeah.
How
So,
old is your data cube?
how old did it appear to be? 5th age?
Fifth age, about.
5th age? Nate had a player, but I don't know if that's even working anymore. The De Clission stacked his shop looking for us and Jones. Hence why I came to you.
Okay. If you give me like 3 hours, I can figure something.
You have the parts?
Oh, I was just gonna go buy a 5th age data cube reader.
That's fair.
There's one in the above that I've been eyeing for a while, and I think adding it to my antique collection would have been good, but I didn't have the money until last week.
Collect antique audio equipment?
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite thing to do. I like working on ham radios a lot.
Well, if you find something in decent repair, but not full working order, I can get working.
Okay.
Also, I'll need you to get the data cube.
Okay. Tamsen nods a bit.
Third pocket, left side of my bag.
They kind of stand up and shuffle towards their door and come back and set down a bag and push it towards you. I never submitted it into evidence.
But you did lock up the stones, right?
Oh yeah, they kind
Ugh.
of tap their chest and you see what looks to be a compartment kind of file down, and they pull out 3 stars and set them on the table and then close the compartment.
When
Okay,
I said,
first question, is everybody we've met secretly a robot?
I mean, okay, enhancements aren't that unusual, but I mean, that is also cool, but also that was fucking dangerous.
I'm a cyborg, not a robot.
Yeah, congratulations, so is Nate. Technically, I am too. But why were those in your chest?
Because most scanners can't get past the lead lining that is part of my make.
Okay, that is actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have these. Well, thanks for letting me be dramatic for nothing, I guess.
It's fun to watch you be dramatic. It's a pastime I've come to enjoy.
I'm gonna go back to chopping vegetables.
Hyacinth's just kind of standing back, but giving just kind of arch looks between Hyacinth and Jack, just like.
I really need a drink.
You're literally holding a drink.
This is the cooking wine. This isn't the drinking wine. Also, Sir
The drinking
Darcy,
wine
thank
is
you so
right
much for
next
the
to you.
raid. Welcome, raiders. Well, yeah, but the drinking wine, that has to breathe. The wine does the breathing while it they talk about it in books all the time. I don't know. It tastes the same to me. Can I drink it?
You can put it through a decanter to get the same effect.
The fuck is a decanter?
Tamsen sits down and pulls open a cabinet and sets a strange-looking glass vial on top of the counter and says, pour your wine through that, and it oxidizes the wine.
Jack's just gonna go ahead and pour, and there's a look on her face like, I could say it, but I'm not gonna.
Right. They'll find about that cube reader. Tamsen stands up and they'll disappear upstairs for a while, leaving the rest of you downstairs to cook and finish out making dinner.
So is anyone going to address this, or should I?
What?
You and them.
What about it?
You're being frankly annoyingly adorable.
Oh. Look. Do I like them? Yes. They're awesome. I think they're neat. Do you know how useful a lead-lined chest cavity could be? I want one.
Oh, that I absolutely am with you on.
Right? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, was at a 10, now at a 15.
There you go. Like, wasn't that part of the plan at the beginning? I mean,
Yeah, but that was before the De Clissians were all up our butts, and now we have AI that do big world shit, and now look, our lives keep getting more and more dangerous, and I don't know if I necessarily want to bring that down on other people, okay? Because contrary to what many may believe that have worked with me in the past, I do actually have somewhat of a semi-tarnished heart in here still. Could use an upgrade.
I'm just wondering if the whole trusting them with all of our stuff was at all connected. That's it. Question asked. I'm going to go over there and drink.
Oh no, it absolutely was not connected. Are you kidding me? The only thing Tamsen really cares about is the city.
And they're just raising an eyebrow as they start doing slugs of whiskey.
Go get out of here with your eyebrow. Don't look at me in that tone of. Why are they both up now? Why are you smiling? Would you? I am uncomfortable with the energy in this kitchen right now. You need to leave so that I can keep chopping these vegetables. Out.
All right.
Out.
And they're just going to go and take a seat by the table, put their feet up on the table, because of course they are. Bottle of whiskey in one hand. Still occasionally shooting Jack interesting looks, but you know.
Jack is pointedly ignoring Hyacinth and aggressively chopping vegetables for the spaghetti sauce.
Anything you'd like to do, Viridia, before Tamsen returns?
I mean, just taking in this entire interaction, like, in order to stay in the kitchen and be able to help, right, has been saying less, but, like, it's still just kind of like, yeah, you know, life finds a way. It always finds a way.
Do you think they're right? Do you think that Tamsen does, like,
I mean, from what I've seen, I think so.
Fine, fuck it. When we're done saving the world, then I'll just ask them to go ham radio shopping or something. Where do you go buy ham radios? That
Just
is
from the other room, you hear
that is
Hyacinth
old.
go, there it is.
There's just a spoon that launches out the door. Hang on, let me roll for that.
Oh my god.
I want to know how accurate I am.
Here's your PvP, RJ.
I was going to say, it's taking you like 20 minutes to go from no PvP to spoon.
Here, we'll do, what is it, /roll?
Yep, /roll.
A D20. The 5.
And pings off the table and comes back at you, Jack.
Fuck. No more out of you. Just go drink.
They return to drinking. I'm very pointedly not saying anything.
Hey.
Jack will just get here. She whistles a happy tune.
About 10-15 minutes later, Tamsen comes back down and they go about their kitchen and gather some ingredients and they start making what looks to be a sourdough bread. And they're rolling out the dough and kneading it, and they'll put it aside once they're done, letting it rest and rise and covering it with a cloth before they sit down at the table and they'll enjoy a drink of their own.
So, any luck finding the stuff we need?
Yeah, I'll be here in about 2 hours.
Oh. That was fast.
Mm-hmm. When you offer 1,000 shins for something, they tend to speed along the courier.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks. I owe you one.
Yes.
All right. Spaghetti's done. Who wants some?
Did you cook it for 11 minutes instead of 12?
Yes. I got a cooking tip earlier today. Thanks.
Okay.
Start dishing out pasta. Buddy. So, recorder's on the way. Contact Nate.
It might be good to check in. Knows what's gone on with him since we last saw him.
Maybe ask him if he'd be interested in buying a floating annoying AI.
Gosh, wouldn't that be just perfect?
A match made in heaven. Wouldn't you know?
One's floating and annoying, the other one's ground-based and often annoying.
All right. Well, we need to find Nate. We don't have a way to contact him, do we?
Call his shop.
He has a phone?
Yep.
Oh.
It's under his desk.
Takes a bit of the mystique out of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a weird place to keep it, but yeah. Do you have the number?
Yep. Tamsen pulls out a card and lays it down on the table. I do regular check-ins because he's a known criminal in this place, so...
Yeah, so am I. What?
Yeah, but you're not wanted for murder.
That's true. That's true. Ah, the week is young. All right.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get some regular check-ins yet.
Jack's gonna take the card. Where's your phone?
Tamsen kind of stands up and goes to what looks to be an ornate kind of cuckoo clock that's kind of fastened to the wall and kind of pulls at it, and behind it is a phone.
You have the phone hidden behind a cuckoo clock?
It kind of clashes with my aesthetic of my dwelling, so I hid it.
Was supposed to be an aesthetic?
Antique rustic.
Okay then. Gonna dial and ring ring.
Tamsen kind of watches you sipping their drink. He then pours some more for Hyacinth and Viridia. And after about 3 rings, you get a... This better be good, Tamsen. I'm rather busy. I've got a new friend to play with.
Aw, I'm sad. Are you through playing with us?
Oh, have you been arrested?
Technically, yes, but it was voluntary.
I want details, but why are you calling me from the, leader of the pack, so to say?
Because we need to clue you in on a few things, and this is currently the safest place to exist ever since your humble abode was ramshackled, exploded, shot up, destroyed, under constant surveillance.
Want me to go to the chief of the sisters and waltz in like it's nothing.
Hey, Tamsen, do you promise not to arrest Nate because we need his help?
Tamsen pauses and tilts their head. No.
Please. Just for like 24 hours so he can come here and get briefed and then whatever we need to do if we need him to even do anything.
Okay.
Tamsen said that they won't arrest you for 24 hours.
Perfect. I'll be right over.
We're having spaghetti.
I'll bring tiramisu then.
You're the best.
Ah.
Bye. All right, Nate's on his way. He's bringing dessert.
I'm simultaneously confused and filled with respect at how well you seem to be synergizing emergency world-saving meeting and dinner party.
You know, it's a gift. I think it's because one of my brothers constantly acted as though the world was ending. Honestly, you put a bug in front of him and you would have thought that, you know, it was a bomb. Just a fly. But no, it's on his desk. He can't possibly do his homework anymore. Waterworks, everything.
I mean, I once did run into bombs that looked like flies. That was a whole thing.
Really?
Mm.
Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my brother just didn't like bugs.
Oh, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
I was
Some bombs
very
that look
much
like
not here at
flies.
the time.
The third age technology. You could find some in the museum if you really want to model anything.
Right, if I want to model. Which museum?
You kind of pause. The one in the above.
Okay, cool. How often do you go there?
A lot.
You should go sometime.
Okay. We can go when I'm turning over not evidentiary species.
Turning over evidentiary species?
Yeah, sometimes they like to do taxidermy on the stuff that we find here in the below, so.
Fair.
There's an entire section on lax.
Huh. Great. It's a date. No one will believe that I'm casing the place if I'm there with you.
Okay.
So, plan to get bombs that look like flies. Nate's on his way. What else is on our agenda?
Any thoughts on where the hell we're going next? We're still down 2 of these things, not even counting Rage.
True. What did Jack and Tamsen see the last time? Did Jack see anything, or did just Tamsen see?
Just Tamsen saw something. These stars were being weirdly stubborn with you.
Tamsen, what the stars show you when we were in your office?
Mm-hmm. Fields on fires, a split in reality.
Anything? Did you see any people?
Mm. 2 people, scientists and some other person.
All right. Maybe the data cube will give us more info. Sounds exactly like what 4 of us saw. The stones didn't want to work without being all together, by the way. Also, I had to give him a little bit of a pep talk.
Good to know we hadn't run into enough recalcitrant technology lately.
Mhm. Jack will just dig into her plate of spaghetti.
Tamsen eats slowly and carefully, not wanting to spill the sauce all over their shirt. So, why are you doing all this?
Curiosity.
You can achieve the same goals by diving into the tunnels.
Yeah, but I've done that tons of times. Never done this
Yeah.
before.
Same.
I mean, these stars are really only talking to us for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a reason they're calling us.
And if they lead us to rage, honestly, I wouldn't mind meeting them. Aside from, a crappy name choice so far, they actually seem kind of cool.
I see. All right. Just be careful, I suppose. I mean, you are people of the city, and it is my job to make sure you're all right.
We'll be fine. Careful's my middle name.
It's not, but okay.
I mean, it could be.
When I pulled up your file, it wasn't.
You pulled up my file.
I had to book you.
Why would you have to go digging in my file to book me? You can book me under my alias. That's a little rude. That's an invasion of privacy right there. Use of power.
No, it's fairly standard procedure. Your aliases are on the file too.
Alias is plural?
Look, I've been down here for a while, okay? Clever Jack wasn't the first name I thought up, okay? Let's just leave it at that.
I mean, that's fair. It doesn't have big first name you thought up energy.
Mm-hmm. And I want to see the username that has like multiple like X's on either side.
With an underscore on each
Yeah,
side.
like the early 2000s usernames. I need to see them.
Or
XX, Jack of
Skylar.
Hearts, XX. I was going through an angsty phase, okay? Don't judge me.
Scarlet Rose is a weird alias.
Hey, that was, I just figured, if I fell into the rose bushes, I might as well just use that as a name. And it definitely did not fit, okay? Red was not my color. And shut up. Also, if you ever tell anyone my middle name, I will kill you.
You could try, but you would have to find my heart.
Pretty sure if I just stick you under something heavy enough, it'll be fine.
It would have to weigh about 2 tons.
Got a wood chipper.
Those are only found in the above.
I know. We'll stop by there after we go to the museum.
Okay. As Tamsen says that, there's a knock on the door before it kind of swings open and Nate comes in with a plate of tiramisu. You have a weird AI just floating around your house. It's delightful.
Yeah, you want it? You can have it. It's the Clissions.
Oh, it's my birthday. As Nate sets the tiramisu down. Little virus here and there, and I will have myself a new friend. Anyways,
Or you could,
kinda shuts the
dismantle
door.
them. That's fine too.
No. Brilliant mind that comes out of the Clission Lab. No. That's hearsay.
I don't know if brilliant's the word.
Definitely don't think.
Hmm. Anyways, you wanted to catch me up. Hello, Viridia. Hello, Hyson. Hello, Clever Jack. Hello, Ashenlords, and hello, me. I'm here now.
And we are so glad you are. Jack's gonna pull a plate of tiramisu closer to me. Take a big old slice.
You say hello to yourself every time you come into a room. That must take up all your time.
Surprisingly, it doesn't. Very little energy goes into it. Oh.
Guess it must be nice to have an audience, even if it's literally just you.
Gotta perform somehow. Anyways. Why am I here with the head of the sisters?
So we broke into the Clission lab.
Hmm.
We got another star.
Fantastic.
And then we got caught, so I GTFO'd in.
How romantic.
Well, that's what I'd call it. What happened after I left?
Well, I learned that for heavens knows how long my family's been all tangled up in this with the de Clissions. And I don't know, I think from the beginning, since we set foot in there, we were exactly where Jean wanted us to be.
To be fair, I think Jean trades off the fact that everything seems like everyone's where she wants people to be all the time. I mean, it could be true. But...
Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of a vibe, huh?
Yeah,
One long, awkward conversation with Jean de Clission and this one's mother. And now we are allegedly, also they claim, working for them, and we have that thing floating around annoying everybody. So yeah, our day's going great.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not the one who stepped on it this time. Anyways. You've caught me up. What is your next move, so to say?
Trying to figure that out. We have a 5th age player coming to play this, and Jack will hold up the data cube. We're hoping it'll give us a direction to go in.
And you united the stars.
Yes, they didn't show me anything. They showed Tamsen the same thing that we've all seen, though, already. So. And apparently
Well,
that AI out there can talk to him.
that doesn't
And we all
surprise
kind
me.
of wish it had stopped.
Huh. Have you each tried to put the stars together?
Like like we might see something separately.
As in, you each put your hand in, take your hand out, you do the hokey pokey and turn yourself about.
No, this has been together since we've had all 3 and weren't in the lab.
Well, then you better get to dancing then. But after tiramisu, this is my best recipe.
Oh, you made this?
I did! I love cooking.
Oh. It's almost as good as the stuff you get at the coffee shop up on the surface.
Almost. Oh, my recipe to them.
They've improved it.
Impossible.
Slightly better.
I'll have to fix that.
Oh.
Where did Tamsen put the stars after taking them out of their chest? Are they just still out, or?
Yeah, they've just been chilling on the table while you've been eating dinner.
Sparkly little paperweights.
Yeah, Allison's just gonna kind of have a bit of the tiramisu and then just suddenly ignore it and just go and grab the stars and put them all together.
Put the 3 of them together and they kind of sparkle at you, but they don't react.
Seriously, why does nothing want to cooperate lately?
I think it has to be all of us. Like Nate said.
Draw it. Radio. Their hand in.
Do it.
If you go to do so, there's a knock at the door.
Oh.
Tamsen stands up. Delivery's here.
I mean,
Go to the door, and after some conversation and a short moment later, Tamsen's carrying this large box thing and sets it on the table with a huff. And they pull open the lid, and you see an old school data reader, probably from the 6th age.
Might work. All right. Jones first, then Data Cube.
as they
Sure.
say, stones before cubes.
You were trying.
Let's
It's
just do
fine.
the thing.
Let's do the thing. And went about as well as my ABC joke.
As you unite the stars, each of you holding on to this fixed point, the world kind of fluctuates around you and folds in on itself. And there's a momentary point where you're not sure if you're still in the same room or the same space before you find yourself in this odd, almost brutalist make of a room. Brutalist as in the architecture. Gray stone kind of sparkles and glitters in the way that granite does. And there is a singular chair in the far back, and it kind of tilts and angles itself in a square as if it's being tilted on its side until it figures itself out to this singular point. And you see two figures. One you recognize as Rage. His tall form is covered in what looks to be simplistic human clothes. His glitz and glamour gone. His pride is no longer there. He's just a simple looking humanoid. He towers above what looks to be this being made up of stars. Their face is that of the void, that of the night sky, and they're wearing what looks to be a crown made up of galaxies. Their clothes are soft gray, mimicking the room and space around you. Very muffled. You can almost hear the whine of a voice kind of piercing through your mind before it comes into focus, soft and muffled at first, before it pulls itself up into a volume you can understand. And you hear the ancient tone of Rage. And it'll be the audio 5. I'll play that for you guys.
I'll switch it over for chat. We'll be right back, chat. Enjoy this audio.
It was you. You kept them in the ages. They can't advance. They can't move forward. You were their guide. You led them through the night, and now you have them hostage. Why?
They are not ready for the joining.
They have been stuck here for ages. I presented Emily with the choice. She thought it wasn't her right to choose. We had agreed. She said, you told her something to make her stop. What did you tell her?
I told her the truth. Something you could not.
The audio fades away. This room elongates into a thin point and drops as if melting away like snow. Before you find yourselves back in Tamsen's small kitchen, Nate eating the rest of the tiramisu, chatting with Tamsen as if nothing had occurred.
That will never be normal.
I really don't think it should be. Like, I like things interesting, but if that's your normal, I have more questions.
What was the truth? What was the truth?
It's the big question, isn't it? Why did nobody in the past ever just actually say things? Why did everything have to be so cryptic back then?
I don't know. It's
Frankly disappointing.
yeah. It's almost like they didn't want whatever they were doing to be found out. Means Maybe they shouldn't have done it in the first place. And now I sound like my mother.
I hear alcohol's good for that.
Jack just downs the rest of her wine. Okay. Well. Data cube next? Yes?
Yeah, can I just say I don't like the sound of the joining? You could hear the capital J on that.
Yeah.
Never trust things with capital letters.
Yeah. I don't... being joined.
No, but whatever was going to, I think it was going to be Dr. Joyce. Does that
Yeah.
sound familiar?
Now I guess we have to make her choice?
Maybe.
Let me see this thing. Jack's gonna pull the 6th age data player closer to her.
Tamsen almost flinches and kind of almost tries to stop you, but then pulls back.
It's fine. They know what I'm doing.
It's delicate.
I'm aware. I've kit bashed a few.
Don't hit bash this one.
Jack's gonna look it over and see if it has the required components to play the 5th age data cube. Is it backwards compatible?
Strangely enough, yeah. It seems the 5th and 6th age shared a lot of the same technology.
Well, good news is we won't have to kit bash this one. It has everything we need on it. Some models didn't back then. It was a weird transition period when they were going from the old tech to the new tech. Some things were backwards compatible, but eventually they just dropped the backwards compatibility altogether. See here. And she will plop the data cube into the reader slot. Hit play.
Yeah, for and the transcripts are under audio transcripts, should you need them.
Yeah. Chat,
Right.
we will be right back. Enjoy this next audio.
She is wrong, Emily. Please, please listen. You have hope. You are hope. Please.
I'm too tired, Rage. I can't keep doing this. I don't want to be caught up between you two. You should have told me the truth, Rage. I can't make this choice on my own. It's not mine to make.
It can be. It should be.
I can't. I'm sorry.
So she was using make a choice. Oh, this doesn't bode well for us.
And it doesn't.
Is it bad that I'm starting to see Rage's point of view? I mean, we don't know what this choice is so much, but
Yeah, I
God, I
mean,
hate people being like, I shouldn't be able to choose this. Yeah, just decide things. You're allowed to, honestly. I've told people this many times. Never ends well.
yeah, I don't know. Star Touched Maiden is... She makes me more uncomfortable than Rage does at this point, which should be concerning, but I agree. I kind of starting to see Rage's point of view. Seems like all they want is to just let us advance, whatever that means.
Talking amongst yourselves, the stars shift abruptly on the table, and a hologram appears, and you see the image of Helix 4.
Oh, well, that's new.
The image shifts, and you see it pull itself off to the support pillars that kind of hold Helix 4 up in the air, and you see something glittering inside this pillar, pulsating with energy. Something pure, bright, and sparkly.
Has that little shit been holding on to a star this whole time?
I mean, thinking about it, it wouldn't surprise me for a second.
Being very much in the way. Question. Ask. Didn't. I don't think we did.
Jack pours herself another glass of wine and knocks it back.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably satisfaction, because I have never met such a self-satisfied building-sized computer in all my time in this planet.
Yeah, that's really fair.
They are a bit of a snarky little booger, huh? Yeah, I think satisfaction fit. You definitely don't have anxiety. Well, a rage has rage, so yeah, I think. Oh gosh, are we gonna destroy Helix 4 by taking it?
Well, let's burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're going to leave one of the most advanced AIs in most of the known ages up for grabs if you steal their little. It kind of wiggles its fingers towards the stars. Energy source?
Let me guess, you want it.
I would
And
love
also,
Helix.
you know a weird amount about what taking the star away from it would do. Did you know that was there all along?
It just gives a very wide smile.
You wouldn't happen to know where anxiety is, too, would you?
Unfortunately, no. I just knew where satisfaction was.
When
You couldn't
we
have
showed
volunteered this information.
when we showed you this one, her at all, maybe tell us one package is right nearby.
He kind of looks down and then looks back up and sits back. I'm not allowed to offer more than what is discovered.
The hell does that mean?
Kind of tilts his head. You have the puzzle pieces.
Who did you make a fucking deal with, Nate?
Oh, no deal. Nothing like that. I'm a businessman and I look out for my own interests before anyone else's.
Right, and it's not within your interest to be upfront about the information so that we can go get you the things and, you know, already have one of the stones so that we don't have to backtrack again to a helix that we've already talked to twice?
Honestly, I didn't think you'd get set on this path.
What path did you think we'd get set on?
Find a few artifacts, find a few ciphers, sell them to me, and be out of my hair.
I wish it was.
Actually, just sounds like you've underestimated our abilities. I'm a little exalted.
Didn't know he would be so interested in moving forward.
He who?
He just smiles. Thank you.
You already knew about Rage.
He kind of shrugs.
What else can you tell us about him? Actually, no, now what can you tell us about him? Give us everything else you have on Rage. Otherwise, you're going to see another Rage here right now.
When my brother decided to break away from our collective. He thought it was unique.
Your brother?
You're another one of the guide AIs.
Nate
Oh.
nods.
I
Part of a guide AI. I'm actually part human. It was a weird merger.
Looks at Tamsen. You're not part guide AI too, are you?
Tamsen kind of lowers the fork from their mouth. No.
Okay. Back to you, bud. Okay, so you are siblings with Rage.
Loosely speaking.
What were you all a part of prior to separating?
Being guides to humanity, honestly.
So you were also part of the Gloaming Eyes.
We were.
Are of you down here?
The rest of us were scattered and broken across the ages. Rage, myself, and the Gloaming Eyes are what remains. Gloaming Eyes doesn't know I exist, and I prefer to keep it that way.
Why?
I have humanity, and they don't.
Do you think they want humanity?
They try to obtain it every now and then, and I have to put a stop to it.
Why?
Something that weaves history and weaves Numenera into living flesh, becoming attached to humanity would drive it mad.
Well,
but the good kind.
The Aberfell would cease to exist.
But the good kind.
you ever thought of just hiding that you have humanity somehow and letting them know that they're not alone? Being
Doesn't work
lonely.
that way. Oh, I know. Our existence is lonely. What is the saying? Hell is other people, but so is heaven.
All right. What did Rage want when separate? They want humanity? And they obviously wanted humanity to advance.
Rage wanted to continue his programming, despite becoming human,
What was his purpose?
to guide humanity.
You took a big game about advancing. To what?
I was never sure. I was not privy to that information. I'm still not. I'm just here to make sure things go down a path if it gets to a certain point.
What point is that?
Offer help. And if you find a star, be that help. Yeah. You're the first to do so.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's bitterly reassuring to know that there are still things you don't know, because it was beginning to feel like you knew everything we were trying to find out already, which not my favorite feeling.
I have eyes. I spied now and then. I was curious.
Hasn't it?
Right?
Tamsen. He looks towards the head of sisters.
All right, so Star's powering the helix. Is there anything we can do to replace that power source?
Probably, but I wouldn't know what. I never interacted with Helix.
Well, do you want to? Because it seems like we can escort you there.
Not really.
Gonna kill a sentient computer, get a crystal. Rock. Stone? Bar. A thing.
It's a thing.
Name.
Well, maybe Helix will know something we can do to replace it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not. If you came up to me and asked me how to replace my heart, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But...
Another heart, I suspect.
yes.
Up to you if you want to kill the most advanced archive known to the ages. Or save it. I can't make that choice for you.
But you can phrase it in a super leading way.
Yep. That he can. All right.
I can't have opinions. I can just hint heavily at what those opinions might be if I were to have them, which of course I'm not.
I mean, isn't it that the exact same thing?
No comment.
Oh, I'm just drunk enough to find that funny.
We can all find loopholes in our programming, more or less. Nate's humanity allows me to exploit them.
All right, so sleep, rest up, head out there first thing tomorrow.
Can I have anything else planned?
I mean, I did. I was gonna go polish my lizard collection. Alphabetize the 2 books on my...
Okay, but doesn't this sound so much more fun?
Yeah, I was just being a pain in the ass.
I know.
All right. Cleanup duty it is. Jack's gonna go to stand up with her plate, get halfway up, and then fall back into the chair. Does anyone have some WD-40? The kit that I use to maintain my leg is at my apartment. It's seized up.
Do I have any Tamsen? Anything?
Tamsen thinks for a moment. Yep. And they stand up and leave the room and come back with what looks to be a small spray can full of WD-40 and kind of sets it down.
Jack will pull up the leg of her pant up to the thigh, and she has a fully mechanical leg for a right leg. Older model, bit rusty. There's some wires that probably should be there, but she will use that can at the knee joint and at the ankle joint, and then tentatively stand up.
And while she does all of this, Hyacinth is just like, they stood up, but then as soon as she started doing that, they are just openly staring and just like, oh, that's nice.
I mean, it was nice 5 years ago. It was old 5 years ago when I got it, but it didn't have the rust on it. So they're meaning to upgrade it, but then you've seen what my apartment looks like.
Oh, doesn't mean bad. I've run into enough stuff that proves that point.
Yeah, well, old doesn't mean bad until you're running from the mist and all of a sudden your leg stops working. That was a fun one.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure you were still ahead of me, so.
Oh no, that was before y'all. That was with my other group.
Ah.
I'll clean up. Nate stands and takes everyone's plates and goes to the kitchen, waltzing over. You know, Nate didn't always have part of what I was in him. Kind of uploaded
Yeah?
myself by accident.
How do you
Was
manage
really
that?
nice. Well, he was tinkering with some Numenera, touched the wrong thing, and here we are. Washing dishes.
Hey, you volunteered. Say it was spite.
They was spite as he scrubs vigorously at the plates.
Keep saying Nate in the third person. What's your name?
Nathaniel. I prefer the full version of our name.
Is Nate still in there? Are you separate? Or
Yes and no.
Hmm.
It's weird. Anyways, go get some rest. I'll take care of everything. Tamsen, don't worry, I won't trash your house. It's good to let people know what I am.
hey, you got a lead line chest cavity?
No, that part of us is human.
Ah. Nate's just Jackal stretch and go flop down on Tamsen's couch. With another glass of wine.
And yeah, Hyacin will head up to bed. They are absolutely still carrying that bottle of whiskey.
Fair enough.
I think yeah, really hasn't been drinking as much. Having like very social drink, but like honestly, like some of the other nights been pretty light with it. And yeah, just heads off to bed. Very exhausted after.
You head off to bed and take care of the dishes. Tamsen will provide you the amenities you need for sleeping. And we'll go there for break.
Awesome. Thanks everyone so much for coming and hanging out. Thank you Raiders for hanging out with us today. It's awesome to have you here. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go nowhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to TheHypeGoblin.com and get some of the fantastic art that is a part of this show. You can get us the stickers, you can get us on a coffee mug, you can even get our show poster. It's really neat. I love it. Y'all, we'll be right back. Everybody wave. Bye! everybody. Oh, and the cameras are all in the right place, and our CC is still going. You know what? Tech gremlins, take that. We're doing all right. Hey, I'm gonna antagonize the tech gremlins. It's fine. It always ends well. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If this is your first time on my channel, if you came in with the raid, hi, my name is Sarah. I'm the TheHypeGoblin. I donate all of my income from Twitch to the trevorproject.org. They're a crisis counseling support group for the LGBTQIA plus youth community. And we'll be talking more about them and some other charities after the game. So please stick around and hang out and talk about those with us. You're more than welcome to share your favorite charities with us as well. If you'd like to know more about me or what I do on the internet, all that information is down below in the About Me section, as well as the ways that you can financially affect this game with your bits and your subs if you would like to do that. If you just want to hang out with us, continue accruing channel points, you can use those to affect the game as well, because it's not about lining my pockets here. It's all about getting to know one another, having some fun, and telling a really fun story, which my character is apparently cranky in today. It's fine. With that, Jen, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to you.
Players, make sure you mark a 10-hour rest onto your sheet. Get those things back, recover what you need. And the next morning we'll approach you with the smell of fresh bread, eggs and bacon, and what sounds like Nate singing in the kitchen.
Hey, Nate.
Good morning, sunshine.
Why are you still here?
I just said 24 hours. That didn't mean you had to stay here the whole time.
My shop's a mess and I don't have a bed, so...
Did you just want to make sure we were safe?
No.
Insight check.
He hesitated. I heard that.
Intelligence.
I rolled an 8. I only got one eye open.
He's as indifferent as he was the day you met him.
That's fair. That's fair. Jack's gonna sit up, reach for the wine bottle that's on the coffee table next to the sofa. Take a swig.
Instead, there's coffee.
Uh-oh. What happened to the wine?
I put it away, along with a fresh batch of clothes is ready for all of you. Breakfast is ready. Your boots needed a shine, so I did that.
Do you
Okay,
not
you're
sleep?
doing a really bad job of convincing us you weren't worried about us.
Yeah.
I sleep, I'm just a very early riser.
We care about
We're
you too,
also
bud.
known, also known to have about 8 cups of coffee.
Honestly.
Is the coffee addiction the AI, or is it Nate or Nathaniel that has the coffee addiction, or both?
Nate has the coffee edition. Nathaniel finds coffee annoying.
Is it annoying because Nate is addicted to it?
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be hours of entertainment for me. Okay, well, I'm just gonna... Oh, I don't want this. Jack sets down the coffee and goes to get the bottle of wine. And drinks that instead.
Right.
Tyson
So-
picks up the coffee and just shotguns.
Taste. Enjoy the coffee. You see Nate kind of inhale slowly and then relax. Coffee is meant to be enjoyed, not
I enjoy
inhaled.
that a lot. Plus, this part of the whole exchange I am enjoying a lot.
What is your agenda for today?
You mean once I'm done needling you?
Yes.
Oh, first thing on my list is watching this right here. This is prime entertainment. Viridia, good morning. Cheers.
Morning. As always, food.
Thank you. You can have extras.
I do.
The rest of you don't get any extras. You get what I give you.
Oh. Hoo-hoo.
Hmm.
I'd be surprised that an AI could be so sassy, but at this point, they've all been sassy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Being sassed by AIs has been our entire week.
I'm not an AI, I'm a cyborg.
You're an AI that hijacked a person.
Nathaniel's the AI that hijacked a person. Nate is the person who's trying to make you breakfast and be polite without poisoning you.
Okay, how do we know which when we're talking to Nate and when we're talking to Nathaniel? Can we come up with like a card system, like a color coding, like a can you I don't know, can you change your eye color?
Who gets what I give you?
What does Nathaniel want to give us?
Two middle fingers.
Oh, I like Nathaniel. Can we have Nathaniel more? I'm just joking. Me like you too, Nate.
Glad I've been the one feeding you, housing you, making sure that the sisters have been looking the other way for the majority of your time down here.
I don't know. I think at least one of the sisters was looking right at me.
Tamsen doesn't count.
In my book.
When you're a boss of the organization, you're kind of above all that.
So, agenda. Felix 4?
Yeah, I think we've got a bit confused to talk to.
Yeah. I don't think there's really anything else for us to do. Felix 4, avoid the De Clissians.
Yeah, but does that even need to be on the agenda? That's kind of all of the time thing.
I mean, I feel like it's one of those things that we can all just assume that we want to do, but we're going to find it harder to do than anticipated. So it might just be better to like vocalize it out into the universe, because I believe a lot in self-actualization and, you know, calling things to you that you want. So I assume that like if I just say that I don't want to see them, that the universe will just hear that. It won't send them to us. By the way, where's Pat?
Nate kind of looks away. Upstairs.
You let that thing in the house?
Pat and I came to an agreement.
What part of literally spying on us for the De Clissions was unclear?
Oh, it's the other way around now. I had fun last night.
What'd you
I didn't
do?
sleep. Nothing much. A little technovirus, a little nanobites, and a few Numenera and artifacts put together, and he claps his hands, and you see a gazer kind of materialize in front of you. The new improved Pat. Thanks for the little gift.
Jack's gonna tap on Pat.
They twirl around and kind of face you.
There's still a baseball bat in it for you if you betray us or Nate. Just so you're aware.
I was warned.
Okay.
Different way to say that.
So.
Oh no.
So, do we need to take them with us, or are you hanging on to them?
Oh, I'm hanging on to them. They're mine now.
Okay.
You don't get them back.
Okay.
Let it be known that I am both pleased and somewhat disconcerted by this whole series.
Them as payment for the things you still owe me.
There we go.
What do we still owe you?
You still owe me a cipher, and technically, Pat is a cipher.
You didn't tell us what the dang cipher was when you sent us to go get the cipher. You just said
There's
go.
some of them down there. Just go grab one and come back.
There weren't any down there.
Look that hard, did you?
Yeah, well, excuse us. We were just busy getting pulled through. Apparently, I don't know, you knew a lot more about that location than you let on.
In my defense, I'm only allowed to say what's already been discovered.
In your offense, that's a stupid rule.
It is a really stupid rule. Whoever made that rule up is stupid. They have a stupid face with stupid rules. I think they're a jerk butt. So there.
Right.
At this point, Verna's like nudging the cup of coffee like closer to Clever Jack.
Pours a little wine into the coffee.
I'll take it.
Hyacin drank all the
Thank you,
whiskey,
look.
so it's this or nothing.
All the whiskey. I drank most of the whiskey.
You
Very
still
important
have some?
distinction. Yeah. Back in the bedroom.
We should take that with us.
Bedroom whiskey now, that's right.
That's fine. I had couch wine. It was great.
Well, the couch had wine, you slept.
Right. Couch wine.
Bedroom whiskey, couch wine, they fight crime.
Sometimes they cause it.
It's mostly the latter.
Yeah. All right. What do we need to take with us?
Map, hiking gear, food.
Oh, we've got a map.
Yeah, we have the map thing. The Gloaming Eyes updated it.
Fantastic.
How much will you pay us to keep quiet to them about who you really are?
You tell them what I am. I'm not going to be responsible for the downfall of the outfit. That's on you.
So nothing is what you're saying.
I'm not going to take personal responsibility for knowing the dangers and still proceeding forward.
What can I say?
Please. I've been doing that for decades.
Same. What can I say? We're a fuck around and find out kind of group. Okay, so.
I mean, we mostly do the first. I'm still not sure what we found out yet.
We found out that Nate is really bad at giving direction, and also that he does not like to tell people where things are that he wants us to get. And that he also knew where a freaking star was.
Yeah.
That's what we know. He's a bit
To
of
be
a butt.
honest, I'm so surprised as you are you've gotten this far. This is a first for me. I never actually had to get to this point in my data script.
See, you keep saying that, and I keep feeling underestimated. And I don't like that because I'm actually really good at what I do. And so are
All
these
of
two.
us are. Look at us.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm just going to see this through to the end out of spite now.
Look.
Luck's not needed. I've got spite.
They're essentially the thing.
Spite.
Mm-hmm. A lore redemption was dropped, so I'll
Ooh.
do that. And in the Discord, or not Discord, the Twitch chat for people to read. And I'll read it out loud. It's called The Desert Vault. said to have lost plant life stored within the depths of this very cavernous vault. It is hidden in the deserts to the south along with the western wastes. Seeds and plants that are stored here are said to go back to the First Age. Think of it like the seed vault that's up in the Arctic. Only this one's in the desert.
All right, so raid Tamsen's fridge for food. Head out with our map.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
By which I mean the bare minimum of a plan, which is what we usually have, so.
I mean, it's more than a plan than we had the first time, so I think
Yeah, more of a map, too.
that is true. All right. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the road.
Butter's so sweet.
Peanut butter's great. Jack's gonna get up, toast some bread, and make some PB&Js.
Yeah, easily enough done. Nate will provide you with some other provisions should you want them. He seems to be well adjusted to being a domestic type of person and has made himself quite at home in Tamsen's kitchen.
And
Nate,
while you make sandwich, Harrison is finishing the bedroom whiskey.
Nate, you're the last person I expected to be so domestic, but you're gonna make someone a very lucky partner one day.
He and I are quite happy together, actually.
Wait, who?
He pauses and turns. That's my little secret.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
That's another cipher if you want me to tell you.
Tell me. Tell me. He
turns around and continues.
Tell me. Come on. Tell me. Tell me. Jack's just gonna follow him around going, tell me, over and over and over.
With more patience than you thought possible, Nate is unwilling to budge on this.
The other two will come back to find Jack going through this routine with Nate.
Sandwiches for Viridia, Hyacinth. I put a little bacon on yours. It's not PB&J, but I think it has a nice little crunch to it.
Nate won't tell me who he's seeing.
We're married, actually.
Oh, married! Congratulations! Probably because she's so short.
No, she's actually quite taller than me.
Ah, taller than you. That narrows it down.
Does it?
Into what?
Does. How tall is Nate?
Nate stands about 6'1".
Yeah, that's gonna really narrow it down.
You think?
How many people do I know that are taller than Nate?
Well, considering there are people like Ashalot that are taller than Nate.
Well, yeah. But I know Ashlot's not married to Nate, so Ashlot's ruled out.
There's quite a few.
At least as far as we know, that they haven't told us anything to the contrary.
That's true. I'm rolling for it. I rolled it too.
There are a lot of tall people in Aberfell, in the below and above, and a lot of them come from different parts of the world.
I'm just gonna need to know the height of every NPC we meet from here on out. That's a me project.
Nate pauses as he hands the bags over to Viridia and Hyacinth, and then turns to you, Jack. You've met her before, actually, as he clasps his hands in front of him.
I have?
You all have. Anyways, have fun, go out and explore, do whatever you want. Destroy beautiful archives. Be the chaos you want to see in the world.
Wait, who do we all know? Is it the lady at the tea shop?
No.
Is it Tamsen?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Then who else do we all know? No, it's not Ashalot.
Nick
Are you married
is
to the
kind of
glowing eyes, and that's why you didn't want us to tell her anything about this?
the glowing eyes does not have gender, but that's the thought. Anyways, as he's shooing you out of Tamsen's home,
How tall was that corrupted AI that we met yesterday?
he was about 6'2".
Oh, okay.
And more importantly, how tall is Jean de Clission?
He's about 5'8".
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay. I was about to be like, what? How tall were all of the femme scientists that we met?
Under 6 foot.
Dang it. Who do we all know?
Goodbye, as Nate shuts the door.
I need you two to tell me everyone that you've ever met. That's over 6'1".
Can we do that after the thing that we have like 2 days to finish?
I mean, we can do it while we walk.
All right.
So she leaves Tamsen's home, pondering who might be. You follow the map that the glowing eyes has given you, and it shows you on the map and shows you echoes of the past as you're traveling through the halls, and the familiar corrugated rusted metal floors meet you, and the ancient worn hallways still corroded and collapsed kind of fill your vision. Every now and then you see what looks to be little creatures scuttling across the floor. Typical things down there. And eventually you do find Helix 4 and their enormous size filling this cavernous space. And as you kind of step into what would be their room, they kind of hum to life and they kind of flicker through a rainbow of colors before they settle on a nice calming blue. You came back.
We did.
Of course we did.
Jack's gonna look around. Are there actually are there more ciphers in here?
It is a cavernous room with Helix 4, a walkway, and a room filled with water. And you have the fold gate kind of off in the distance.
Okay. So, how have you been, Helix 4?
Well, you know, sitting in a blackened space of void is boring. Nobody to talk to. I suppose I've been good going through my archives, reshuffled it by numerals, and by alphabeticals, and then by different languages.
Right.
Then I went back to numerals because that was the most efficient. Then I realized, no, I have to take the vocal archives by numerals and the written archives by alphabetical.
Do you have access to the civil archives?
Updated, I can.
How would we update?
Simply connect my node to theirs and I would be updated. I'm good at processing things quite quickly.
I was gonna ask them if it was civil archives. So, what you want to chat about? Jack's going to just start walking in a large circle looking for the area we saw where the stars housed.
That's not how this works. You query a question to me, and I tell you what I know.
Okay. If we needed to ever find you an alternate power source, what would be the most optimal one?
There's a pause. The solar energy used to power me before the cavern was closed. My maker thought that would be an adequate supply, as the sun was much more luminous once upon a time.
And it's not now.
I don't know. I can't see the outside. I'm in a cave.
That's fair. Looking at the cave ceiling, does there appear to be a way to open it?
Anyone who wants to can make an investigation. It'll be intelligent.
Yes, please, both of you do it too, because my intelligence rolls have been going so well today.
15.
Yeah.
That was Jack.
Yeah.
10 for me.
Yeah, I got a 13.
And
14 with 2 E's, so dirty 20.
you have to squint, but all of you kind of collectively realize the cave system that you are technically in is artificial, as in there is either a building on top of this cavernous space, or there is something else creating an artificial ceiling. And you would all collectively know that when the collapse occurred, the calamity occurred, a lot of Aberfell collapsed and fell on itself, thus dividing the above and below. And this could probably be part of those remnants. Either something fell across, blocking up a light that Helix 4 was using to power itself.
Want to break it to them, or should I?
I mean, opening this cave seems kind of a big job.
Yeah, I don't think we're qualified for that.
Could
I could
do a
probably
hydro
find-
thing.
You could what?
Hydro. Dams.
Oh,
Water.
is there a water source nearby that could provide that kind of current?
The room. Mostly water.
It's mostly water around you.
Okay, so what would we need to do to harness the power of the water around us? Is there like a flowing source that could turn a wheel generator, or
You all can do an investigation. You would have to do it at a 2-step difficulty because it is dark in here.
what's that would be 2 standard?
Mhm.
I had a success.
So I'm
Yeah.
at 19.
Nice, nice, nice. Despite the darkened water, you can see that there is a rough current, especially around the walkway, and you kind of attune yourself to that and realize there's a small hum or thrumming beneath your feet. Some sort of machinery beneath it.
Okay. Well, that definitely does seem doable.
Felix, just checking, do you have hydroelectric generator that we would just need to connect and turn on, or are we building it ourselves? Because I, for one, am not a civil engineer for all my many strengths.
My pillar on the right would be able to connect to something to that. I would just simply need a feed cable to connect me to a larger energy source. If you tap the panels on, they kind of think for a moment, far right of my pillar, 3 times, up, down, right. And you should be able to open a energy cable. You just need to get into the water, I suspect.
Okay. Not too difficult. So I'm gonna level with you here. What's currently powering you is one of the stars that we need. So we're gonna try and get you connected to the alternate power source.
Last thing we want to do, shut down.
Yeah,
That's not what we want.
kind of like you.
And can I guarantee you will keep me up and running?
Well, that's the next question that I had. Would we be able to connect you to the new power source and then disconnect the old one, or do we have to disconnect the old one first and then do the...
I wouldn't know. I've never been turned off.
Or didn't leave any schematics, blueprints?
He died when I consumed my sibling, so no.
Okay.
You make he died sound very coincidental there. Why do we get the feeling it was?
There's pause as the blue kind of turns to a soft green before turning back to a blue. Incidents happen.
You know what? That's fair. Okay. Okay. With my machinery knowledge, what do I think would have to happen? Do I think we would have to disconnect the current power source?
You would probably have to, as extra power could cause a power surge, and Helix is already very powerful with a star powering them, and adding an additional power source to something that powerful could potentially kill this AI.
Okay. So you have my word that if we cannot connect your new power source, I will put the current one back.
A pause of consideration before the blue kind of turns to a soft white. You remind me so much of Emily.
It's the hair, isn't it? That she had to say.
No, we have different hair. You saw the picture.
Won't remind me of her. Ambitious, curious, wanting to do more, keep going until you reach the point of oblivion. Nice to see again.
You're okay with it?
I've lived 9,000 years. I'm curious to see what is next.
All right, then. Where's the star at?
You kind of maneuver to the left. You finally find it. It's about half of the head height above you, so you'll have to reach up and knock it out.
All right, Helix 4. We'll see you on the other side. I'll reach up and get it.
Your hand closes around it. It's very warm to the touch. And it beats in your hand as if it were a heart. Before it cools, you pull it free, and you'll hear a hum kind of powered down and the light of Helix 4 dims and softens before it goes out.
All right then, job done.
Yeah. So, we want to waste our time powering it back up or just move on?
I mean, you never said when you'd put it back if we couldn't power up.
True.
Give it a couple days.
I mean, how long is it back? I mean, I'm
I
going
mean,
to go
if you
for a
want
swim.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can check the panel. But I think if it's going to be a multi-day thing, I don't think we have the time. Realistically.
Jack, it might not take very long at all.
Where's the panel that Helix 4 indicated?
It is on the right pillar on the far side.
Do I need a boost to get up to it?
No, it's actually about chest height.
Okay. All right. Here's where the power cable is. Who's the strongest swimmer?
Not me.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
I'm the one always going. Okay, come on. Jack will take her full kit off in her coat and her boots. All right, if I drown, come up with a cooler story for Tamsen, please. So that they like cry a little bit. Something real heart-wrenching. Read in one of those fancy books.
Already composing the yield. You're good.
All right. Oh, I hope there's nothing gross in this water. Jack is just going to step off the edge and jump down in.
All right, taking the electrical cable with you.
Yeah.
Okay. You still have satisfaction.
Do I?
You picked it up.
I
Good
guess.
stuff and hasn't given it to anyone.
Okay. I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
Hyacinth will realize that like 2 seconds after she stepped off, just like, wait, did she
You are no longer on
maybe
the
too
plane
much
of
morning whiskey.
existence.
Oops.
You don't know where you are, Jack?
Do I still have the power cable in my hand?
You do.
Oh, fuck. Hello?
Your voice echoes, and Viridia and Hyacinth, as you peer down and realize satisfaction's not with you, in fact, it's in the water below you, the cable's in the water below you. Jack's not in the water below you.
Worst time for this to happen down here.
Why do we ever try and help? We could have just taken and gone, but no.
All
We
the
had to do
humanity thing.
this.
You make me a perception check.
At 11.
Uh, 19 plus level, so 22.
Tune into it first, Hyacinth. The squeal of something high pitched kind of echoes into your ear as if you're hearing a ringing sound. Then
That
folding of clothes or books, something shuffling all around you, and flickers of movement, and you realize you are surrounded by people. They are stuck in a time and space beyond you, and they can't reach you, but they are flickering in and out of existence. They are stuck. And you get the feeling if something's not done soon, you'll be just like them.
this isn't good. This isn't good. I don't know if this is just the regular star not good stuff, but really feels like we should maybe not be here.
So we gotta find Jack and get out then. So I just disappeared. Like,
See, Jack.
Can we see the star in the water?
Don't see the star. All you see is the cable. Something slithers across your vision just beneath the surface, pulsating a beautiful, soft light, calling to you. Be more comfortable just to sit and stay and watch. You don't need to move. It's safe here.
Tyson just kind of slowly nods, kind of sits down on the edge of the
saying any particular?
Nothing's being spoke to you. Just, it's nice here. You don't need to move. You don't need to do anything. Time will hold you, keep you safe. Your struggles can stop here. You don't need to solve the mystery that's laid before you.
This alarm is like still going on in the back of Viridia's head. Oh, you know, we don't have to do it except saying that we just told that we were so but like not having really great technical knowledge at all, I think Viridia's gonna go for that cable.
Go for the cable. What are you doing, Hyacinth, as Viridia is pulling against the natural order of what could be a blissful peace?
just kind of half reach out to stop her, just like, oh, that's okay. This stop.
Don't need to, but Jack just gave her word. Do it. Someone's gotta do it.
She's fine, I'm sure. It doesn't matter. It's just it's so calm.
certainly made it there, didn't they? But I bet you the water's fine. Probably nice to get in here. So, we're in here. Hot, dry.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be nice. They'll just not even dive in, just they're already sitting on the edge of the walkway and they just
I'm just kind of like luring so to like go in the same direction I'm going. Like try to get to the table.
Will plunge forward as this ethereal creature snakes by, and you both find yourselves falling. You don't touch the water so much as you fall through it. And Jack, as your voice is echoing across the space, what is only seconds for you, moments for your friends, you find yourselves all collectively next to each other. Recovered, and whatever the thought process of peace and calm is gone. And boy, was that a trip and a half.
what the hell just happened? That was in my head. I couldn't.
Oh,
Hi.
there you are, Jack.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Do either of you feel a really strong urge to just sit down? Because I
No.
can't recommend it.
No.
Good. Hold on to that. Let's all stand up
Are
for
you
now.
you okay?
No. But we'll deal with that.
All right. Are we back in the cave where we started?
You are in a blank void.
Okay. So I don't see the power source here.
Yeah, in retrospect, the water may have been a bad idea. Just a feeling.
Is it really? I mean, would this have happened if I jumped into the water? I mean, we could have been walking through the tunnel and this might have happened. You know.
I mean,
Everything
yeah.
about here is, I don't think we have a choice where or when it happens.
I'm gonna take satisfaction out of my pocket. Could you send us back, please?
Satisfaction isn't responsible for this. I put a time lock on this entire cavern to preserve such things.
I'm sorry.
As you hear a voice kind of behind you, and you hear a series of pen scratching across some paper.
Hi.
Who are you? What?
Read the helixes, and they turn around. Nice to meet you. It's been a while since people have dropped in.
Hi?
Hello.
Hi, man whose name I'm sure I knew once, but it's been a hell of a day.
Ian.
That's
Yeah, I'm sorry, what did you do?
Time locks. He'll point towards satisfaction. Only triggers when that pretty little gem of yours is pulled from the Helix 4 system. It's to stop the invasion of extra-dimensional trespassers who want to get at Helix's archives. It's fine, really.
Okay, how do we get out of it?
Oh, probably the way you came. I mean, you have a tether.
So we just follow the cable back?
Ian shrugs.
I'm sorry, have you been time displaced this whole time? Because people just think you're dead.
Like millennia dead.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. Once you kind of create a time lock, you kind of have to babysit it for the rest of existence.
You are aware that you left Helix 4 fully exposed, right? Like, it's alone. Like, there is no one watching over it. There is no one talking to it. We are the only things that are going in contact with it.
And frankly, we're a terrible influence. I wouldn't trust us.
Emily was supposed to look after them after I.
Emily's been
all
dead
this.
a really long
Also
time, my
millennia
pal.
dead.
Yeah.
Things are much
like,
worse than I
actually.
thought. Well, things are as they are, I suppose.
Oh, is this worse than you thought? What, were you expecting her to still be alive? It's not generally how people work.
I expected a line of succession, honestly.
And did nothing to set one up. Got it.
After Emily was Daryl, and after Daryl was Samuel. After Samuel was Heather, I think.
Yeah, your creation has been sitting alone in solitude for decades. Longer. So, how about you follow us back so you can help us repower it? Because we need this little glittery rock to complete something that Emily was supposed to do.
Can't leave this space.
Why?
I'm keeping the lock together.
And what
No.
happens if the lock is no longer kept together?
Did you see what was out there?
Yeah.
Well,
There are dimensions beyond this one, holding the world, and not all of them are nice. Helix is a big power source, and knowledge, and things hunger for that. And quite literally the stopgap.
what if we bring you back temporarily? We don't repower Helix.
I'm listening to the proposal and how you bring me back, but
I would
I
assume
would-
that you follow our tether back with us.
not my tether. I destroyed it.
So can you just follow a new one? See what happens?
Not how the locks work.
Locks were meant to be broken.
Not this one. You have powered down. Well, what do you plan to do next?
But we were planning to power it back up another way. Then we fell into this.
Really inconvenient.
I think your key is the power source. Ian kind of turns around. That way.
Our key?
Your tether has to go somewhere.
Huh. Thanks for that. All right. I guess we go that way then.
You be
Nice.
careful.
I mean, what's the point of being careful at this point? I think we've established that stuff can just happen to us whenever it feels like it.
Yeah. Yep, that is exactly what it's like to be us.
Not many people get to be dimensional travelers. Quite jealous, actually.
Well, next time, don't destroy your damn tether.
Got to keep the realities separate.
Yeah, well, pal, I hate to tell you, but you know what? I'm just not gonna tell you. All right, let's go.
Alright. Ian kind of waves and turns back to his notepad. And as you travel in the direction you were pointed to, the darkness kind of gives way to soft green fields. And eventually you find yourself out in an open field, and strangely before you is a panel with a connector just sitting in a field.
How much do you want to bet once I connect this to that panel that I'm gonna end up several feet underwater?
Yeah, pretty likely.
Yeah, I think in a way we're already several feet underwater. Just haven't noticed it yet.
Oh, I think we were several feet underwater the day we met. And with that in check, it's going to shove the wire into the panel to reconnect it.
Okay. It do so. Something kind of pulls itself behind the panel, and you're looking at what looks to be a bright white light in the center of a misty black mass. It clicks and chitters at you before it kind of pulls itself closer to you, examining what you're doing, and you see two more kind of join it. It's taller than all of you. There's a series of questioning chitters and clicks before one seems to try and process, and you hear your voice come back at you, Jack, in a mimicking way. Hi?
Do we have a problem?
There's a pause, and you hear your voice this time, Hyacinth. Do we have a problem?
You don't have your own speech, do you?
There's a series of clicks and chatters before it repeats back to you what it said.
I'm an idiot.
And there's a pause, and the one sitting on top of the panel repeats it, but in a higher pitched tone.
Hmm.
I don't know about y'all, but these kind of charming.
Yeah, most things do until they try to eat your face.
I suggest we just go, but keep an eye on me.
Yeah. Does having the connection with the cable to the panel seem to be doing anything? Or
Make me an intelligence check / perception check.
I've been rolling so well on these. 13.
You kind of turn away from whatever these things are. You kind of feel the same hum and thrumming beneath your feet that you did before.
What do y'all think? Just follow back?
Yeah, that it sounds like the power's back on, so guess this is our line out of here.
All right. Well, you have a great day.
Have a day. Have
Yeah.
a day.
A series of echoes of have a day, have a day, have a day kind of bounce back at you from these creatures. As you leave, they follow you.
That's more concerning.
You're not going to be able to come with us, pal. Sorry.
Here, have a day, have a day, have a day. Can't come with us, pal. Have a day. And you hear the higher pitch, I'm an idiot.
I think it's going to be real bummed out when it can't come back with us. Wonder what its tether is.
I don't know, but I would contend that it's really not our problem.
No, definitely not. Jack keeps walking.
Yeah.
Keep walking and follow your tether back until you come to a solid wall, and the tether goes through the wall, almost as if it nokes glide through it.
Press my hands against the wall.
Concrete, kind of porous, cold to the touch.
Oh, come on.
Have a day.
Yeah, we're having a day, all right.
On it.
Knock on it. Sounds like brick beneath your knocks.
Take satisfaction out of my pocket again. Hold it up to the wall. Let me through?
You do so, and satisfaction just kind of thrums in your hand, and the creatures just say, I'm an idiot. Have a day.
A little glittery rock. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Give me a vision that tells me what to do, or help us get out of here. I'll sit back up to the wall again.
The creatures mimic your speech, Jack.
Just gonna press my hand against the wall and do a scan, because that's a thing I can do.
Mhm.
Just their eyes glow and little sparks of light start fading into the wall, and yeah. What is it?
This seems to be a barrier between 2 points. You would akin it to the full gate. It needs a key. Don't seem to have the key until you kind of connect the energy with these mimicking creatures around you. They emit the same thing, and they seem to hold the same kind of barrier energy.
So, Mr. Time Ghost back there said our key be over by energy point, and that's where we picked up these guys. Do we want to try introducing them to this wall and see what happens?
Muted
You
there.
muted.
Come here, little buddy. Come here. Come on over. Come see Jack.
They all turn towards you, but they don't move. Instead, they mimic your voice.
Jack's gonna go into her bag. Want a sandwich? Dangle half a peanut butter jelly sandwich right next to the wall.
Weird tongue kind of lashes out of one and wraps around your hand.
Gotta come over
As you
here.
pull away, the tongue follows, and it's attached to your hand. It's
To put the
not-
tongue to the wall.
You put the tongue to a wall, and like film being burned, it bubbles away a bit.
Who's a good void eyeball monster thing person? Is you. Here, you can have the sandwich.
weirdly stuffs the entire sandwich into its mouth.
Jack will just kind of shake the tongue off her arm. Good call.
Thanks, I'm full of them.
Is there enough room for us to go through?
Oh, they'll need to lick or press themselves against this wall a bit more.
All right. The second half of the sandwich smears it down the wall and just slaps, like sticks the bread to the wall too. Come on, pal. We know you're hungry. Have at it.
As you do so, the three that had originally joined you start licking the wall, and you start seeing a few more start popping up around the hills and start gathering, and you have a small flock of whatever these creatures are eventually just licking this wall.
What do you think? Minute? 2?
Well,
Mostly think I woke up far too early for this.
also valid.
Yeah. I swiped a bottle of gin. You want some?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Pass around a gin bottle.
As you
Sit
do
there.
so,
And they're slugging gin and watching these things lick a sandwich off the wall.
takes about 10 minutes, but good enough. A hole is big enough for all of you to pass through.
All right. Go.
That happened, and I propose we never speak of it again.
Oh, I'm telling everybody. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just saved the day.
Okay, yeah, tell Nate. 'Cause that would be very funny. But apart from that,
Step through and you find yourself standing before Helix 4 on the walkway, the power kind of humming quietly below you. Those things you Viridia and Hyacinth saw before, no longer there. The strange creature that was in the water, no longer there. And Helix is glowing softly, a soft kind of bluish green light before they speak up. Oh, you're back.
Good.
hi.
Good to see you too, bud.
Do you have fun getting whatever you need to do?
Did you know this room's full of time ghosts?
No, but that's fun.
Cool. Glad that you've decided to take it.
We met your creator. You're still alive.
Unalive them. I don't want to see them.
Don't worry. You're gonna have to.
Good.
They're what's keeping you safe from the time ghosts.
I mean, they're also arguably the reason for the time ghosts, but
Yeah.
hey.
Only decent thing he's ever done for me.
Anyways, how you feeling? Are we running good?
Armor's running great. I'm a bit more sleepy than you. I think it'll take a moment or two for me to adjust, but I'm fine. I hope you are.
Oh, we're all
You
right.
seem to have brought some friends with you.
Sorry, what?
Turn around, and the strange little creatures that were mimicking your voice are behind you, and they seem to be scattering across the walkway.
The pets have chosen us.
Let's go throw a sandwich into the yard of Jean.
Finally, a plan I can get behind.
Right?
You come back, I want to hear the stories.
We
Oh,
will.
there'll be stories.
Helix 4 kind of chuckles as these strange creatures seem to scatter across the cavern, either finding places they could hide in or things they can eat. One kind of just follows you because you gave it a sandwich, Jack, so Like a seagull, it's never going to leave you alone now.
Jack's just gonna throw a couple sandwiches back into the room so it'll stay there.
It goes back and leaves you alone.
All right, get out of here before they adopt us again.
Way ahead of you.
Exit the tunnels following the map. And as you leave and find yourselves back into the city, we'll end there for tonight.
Oh, Jen. See, now we can't take any pets that you give us because we don't trust you anymore after the AI.
I never trusted you.
Smart choice.
But I wasn't there for the AI, so that's on your own.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone so much for hanging out with us tonight. Let's go around and do our goodbyes. Who's kicking us off tonight?
How's that? I am Jen, and I champion the Little Princess Trust. They are a charity here in the UK, and they provide real hair wigs free of charge to children and young people who've lost their own hair through either cancer treatments or other conditions. They've provided over 12,000 wigs and have been given grants totaling more than £70 million towards research projects focusing on finding more effective treatments for childhood cancer.
Just go in reverse. Hey everybody, it's TheHypeGoblin or Sarah. I played Viridia tonight. The charity that I'm championing for this campaign, Advancement Project, is a charity that's equity and justice across the U.S., spanning all the way from their office in California all the way to office in the DC area, supporting lots of public programs. Just name it, they probably fit in one or another. Definitely check.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm still Anna, still Sarah Sant, and I say this time, every time, I'm here championing Belfast Trans Resource Centre. They're the only actually trans-led trans and queer support organisation in the UK. They do a lot of work providing advocacy and just general care to anyone who needs it. And frankly, that's something we need more than ever right now. If you've seen any of the political stuff going on in this country, it's a scary one. So we need people to help. On a lighter note, to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion, those of you who can tune into British radio, which might be some of you, I don't know, VPNs exist, this Monday, August 1st, 3 p.m. on radio for the new series of Brain of Britain starts, and first episode will feature your girl.
Awesome. I'm so excited. If anyone can do that, please record it so that we can all listen. With that, it's coming back around to me. Normally, Velvet is here to help me with my charity of choice, but tonight I will just cover my charity of choice and the one that I've been covering throughout this whole mini-series. My charity of choice is always thetrevorproject.org. They provide crisis counseling support to the LGBTQIA+ community and a whole slew of wonderful educational resources. I highly recommend checking them out if you have any questions about the community or questioning yourself, or you just need someone to talk to. They're a fantastic, fantastic group, and we love them here. That's where all of my Twitch income goes to every time I receive a Twitch payout. New charity that I have been talking about, well, Velvet has been taking that over for me in previous episodes, has been the Rainbow Railroad. They're a global organization that helps people who are facing persecution for who they love, who they are, get to places where they can live and be their true, authentic selves. They are doing amazing work on a global scale and very, very much love them. So check them out. They're the Rainbow Railroad. With that, we're going to say, don't forget to drink your water, take your meds, eat something healthy, take care of your body tonight. And last but not least, if there's someone in the world who is important to you, reach out to them tonight and tell them that they're important if you haven't said so in a while. Because sometimes we just need to hear that. It's nice to do. Anyways, that's it for us tonight. We're going to go into our after show and chit chat with one another. We will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.